It has been a long time. Yes, it has. Anyway, hello everyone on YouTube and or anywhere else you're probably listening to this. Welcome to yet another episode of It's a Matter of Fact with your host, Matt, aka Matt the Funny Man, aka this guy's not really that funny. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm that guy who makes jokes and rants on the internet and occasionally streams on Twitch. We got the introductions out of the way. Let's get started. It has been a while since I posted a podcast. Like, holy shit. Because, like, at one point in time, literally nothing was going on. At all. Like, a lot of times I was like, oh, I should do a podcast today. But I'm like, wait, nothing fucking happened. And, you know, I usually try to make these podcasts as lengthy as possible. Last thing you want is for a 3-minute podcast episode. That's stupid. Who does that? No, if I can at least get 30 minutes to an hour of stuff out of the way, then hey, by all means, let's do that. So, a lot is going on, like a lot, especially in my personal life. It's been mostly job related. You guys are not gonna believe this. So, and believe me, this is gonna sound like a super conspiracy because I think it is. I'm pretty sure if you guys listen to like all the episodes, there's an employee that treats cashiers like garbage. And you guys remember that I was saying like, oh, you know, I told the cashiers like, oh, well, you know, if someone higher than you is giving you problems and you feel like you're not being treated fairly, you know, make a statement, write it down, send it to the store manager, you know, make a copy, you know, stuff like that. You know, that said person caught wind of it, started interrogating cashiers and all that, which is super illegal. Like, you can't fucking do that. So, one by one, a lot of the other customer service supervisors, you know, eventually quit or left because of much pressure that this particular person was putting on them. So, once the last person that, you know, I trained, specifically, I don't know if I use that word right in this episode. I'm just spitting out random words to sound intelligent. But the last person I personally trained stepped down from their position. So like now I got the big target on my back because, you know, I was on huge good graces with, you know, the store manager and all the other managers. So it was kind of like, not to sound cocky or anything, but it was like, you know, hey, you know, don't fuck with me because I'm on good gracious. Am I even saying that word right? Good graces with the store manager, the MODs, and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, you know, hey, you know, if you fuck with me, you know, you're gonna get bit in the ass for it. But supposedly, rumors, because you know it's fucking rumors and shit. Rumors started going around the store that I was talking shit about the store manager, and this is how it went. Because, you know, I've been in customer service for almost 10 years now. And, you know, I don't like specifically know, like, down to the middle, but I know the gist of it. Especially when it comes down to the hours. And I think I've talked about this on the podcast before too, is that, you know, business makes a certain amount of money. You know, that gets shipped off to say, hey, my boss, this is how much money we made this week, you know. Or, you know, last month or, you know, however that's done. And, you know, the district manager or someone higher up. I'm only saying the district manager because the district manager handled the hours at Giant when I worked there at the time. District manager was like, okay, you made this money. Okay, here's 700 hours, divide that up. You know, so I don't know if every single retail grocery store works that way, but that's just how it worked at Giant when I worked there at the time. But yeah, the district manager or someone higher up somewhere in corporate, they're like, okay, you made about $27,000. All right, here's 1,600 hours. You know, divide that up with your full time because, you know, full time people, they have to have 40 hours. So, you know, after all the full-time people are fully taken care of, then, you know, you have the set amount of hours for the part-time people, then, you know, you divide that up with them. So I understand in some way, shape, or form that that's how the hours work. So I've had a couple people ask me that because, this was like before the Christmas week. And, normally, when it's getting close to Christmas, hours really start to pick up. But for some strange reason, hours weren't picking up this year for some reason. And so some people asked me, they were like, hey, Matt, is there a reason why I'm not getting hours? Hey, I'm only working 4 hours this week. And, I explained to them. I was like, stuff like that. And the question came up saying, like, hey, do upper management and stuff get, like, money for, cutting down hours? Do they get, like, an extra paycheck saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to only schedule 2 or 3 people instead of 15 people and still get all the work done? Do they get a fat bonus for that? And I was like, I mean, some people can. I'm pretty sure there's some businesses or some business owners that can do that and probably get away with it. It's probably illegal. And, I told him, I was like, some businesses can do that and get away with it. But I was like, I doubt that, my job would, I doubt this place would actually do that and get away with it without, someone asking questions or something like that, It would look obvious, basically, is what I explained to them. So I told a couple of people that, just based on my opinion. I was like, oh yeah, based on my opinion. So apparently it got turned around. Someone went back to the store manager and said, I was going around saying, oh yeah, they're purposely cutting hours to get a bonus. And I don't remember if I talked about this on the podcast or not. But long story short, I was brought in, had a meeting, and I was like, oh, no, that's not true. And just I explained to the store manager, I was like, oh, yeah, this is how the hours work, at least I believe. And then, of course, store manager came back and said, oh, well, next time, don't say nothing, just, and it to be, in all honesty, it kind of came off that they're actually doing that type of shit, because I could show you emails. Like, just, like, completely defending it, and it's like, like, when you're in an argument with someone, you want to be that asshole, but it's like, you don't want to be, because, how badly in the back of my mind, I was like, yeah, you know what, yeah, show me those emails. But I was just like, whatever, like, I'm a fucking supervisor, I don't give a shit about what you do. Like, I don't. I come to work, I do what I'm supposed to do, I go home, like, I don't give a shit if you're fucking, cutting hours for finances and shit like that. I mean, it's fucked up and it's wrong, but, it's none of my business, and, I know some people, well, man, what if they were cutting your hours? I mean, yeah, but at the same time, I'm like, well, I don't give a fuck, because, shit, cut my hours. That's more time I can do Twitch and YouTube videos. So it's like, hey, you're helping me out. But, I was like, what you do is your business. I don't give a shit. So, recently, I'd say like this month, because I think I marked it on my calendar, I got pulled into a meeting again with the front end manager who runs the whole front end. As soon as I fucking sit down, he tells me, so do you still want to be a supervisor up front? I was like, what the fuck? Like, what? First of all, how do you start a conversation with that? Like, oh yeah, do you still want to work here? Like, at first I was thinking, like, are you guys fucking firing me? But no, they weren't. It was just, I guess, a warning, quote unquote. But I don't know. But the person that has beef with me was also in that meeting, because I don't know why. Because it's like, this person's a full-time customer service supervisor, and I'm a part-time, and it's the exact same position. The only difference is that the full-time works 40 hours, and I get like part-time hours, like 20 to 30 hours a week, around that. So I don't see how the person that works full-time is above me, and how I'm below them. Because, like, when, like in, the employee handbooks and stuff, they have, like, that corporate ladder. They're like, hey, receiving, cashier, CSS, MOD, store manager, human resources, and it just goes up higher and higher. Like, the full-time and part-time, they're right next to each other. One's not above the other. So I don't know why management gave that person to think, oh yeah, because you're full-time, you have full responsibility of the front end, and you're in charge of everyone. Like, what? That's stupid. You're stupid for... And No, stupid. But, whatever. But, one of the, just to shorten because the meeting was like 20 minutes, so I'll cut down to the important part, was like, one of the things that the full-time CSS brought up was, I'm just worried that we don't have enough communication. Like, some people told me you've blocked our numbers, so you don't want to get a call from us, and that's fine. And like, I cut them off like midway into it. I'm like, well, first of all, if I have any of you guys' numbers blocked, when you guys text me, hey Matt, you want to come in today? Or hey Matt, can you work this shift instead of this shift? How do I get in contact with you saying, oh yeah, sure? Because there's been plenty of times where I've gotten text messages saying like, hey Matt, you want to come in today? And I'll be like, oh yeah, sure, I ain't doing nothing. What time you want me to come in? Oh, 4 to midnight. Oh, okay. Like, so like I completely debunked that immediately, because I'm like, I've texted you guys back before, so it's like, if I blocked your numbers, how am I replying to you? Like let's not be stupid here. Let's not be stupid. I was just like, all right, whatever. You're just trying to pin more shit on me. To be honest, I should have been see, it's like one of those things again. Like, I should have been an asshole. I should have been like, send me a text right now. Bing! Oh yeah, look at that. So your number's not blocked. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's fucking stupid. It's stupid. I mean, when it comes down to the texting, because there is a thing, because I don't know if I talk, like I said, it's been forever, so I don't know if I talked about this, but there are certain things that I do find about the texting thing that is completely fucking stupid. Like, the front end manager was like, okay, we should all have each other's numbers and just keep in touch with each other. I'm like, okay, I guess. I mean, like, I can understand, like, if I closed last night and someone else opened, you can hit me up with a text saying, like, hey, Matt, what happened last night? Oh, I got busy, a cashier had to get sent home, da-da-da. Okay, cool. That. But the fact that, like, the front-end manager, he like, they'll take pictures of, like, hey, what's this box of size number things you put on, like, little nub things you put on the hangers. It'll be like a box with saying, hey, what's this? Like, dude, I'm off work. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't. Or, like, it'll be like a box of, like, the little things that you stick on the, in, like, a queuing area where, like, candy and shit is hung up, like, before you get to the registers. Because they sent me a picture of that before on one of my days off and tagged everybody saying, hey, what's this? And my first thought was, like, number one, this is, like, 10 in the morning. So it's like, I'm either streaming or I'm sleeping, dude. Like, I don't give a fuck about, like, what that box is. And especially when it comes down to any of the part-time people, I'm there the least. Like, out of all the part-time people, I work the least amount of hours. 9 times out of 10. Or no, I won't say 9 times because that's exaggerated. I'd say a good 6 times out of 10, I'm not there. Like, take this week, for example, because what's today? The 16th. The week of this 16th, I've had 5 fucking days off. They scheduled me 5 days off back to back. The only days I worked this week was Sunday and today. It was the only days I worked this week. So it's like, I work the least amount of hours, but yet you're giving me the most shit like I don't fucking do anything. Like, I'm like, how can you say, oh, Matt, you never do anything? Like, I'm never fucking here. Of course I'm not doing anything, shithead. But back to what I was saying is, like, send me a picture of, like, hey, what are these little hanger things doing right here? I'm like, dude, I'm off. I don't give a shit about that. Like, there's been plenty of times where they're like, oh, do you know what the customer satisfaction thing is? And, I don't have a fucking iPhone 12. I don't have a Galaxy 15, So I don't really have a lot of space. Because there's, like, a little app you could download from our job that, that shows, like, customer satisfaction surveys and how much money we're making and shit like that, because all the managers have it. And, I said, like, oh, well, I don't have enough room on my phone. I was like, oh, I can download on my tablet at home, and I can look at them before I go to work. Oh, no, don't worry about that, Matt. You're at home. Don't worry about work at home. Like, they say that, but at the same time, sending me fucking text messages on my day, I'll say, hey, what's this? Like, dude, I'm off. Like, a box of shit, you can fucking tell me that when I get to work. When I come into work, don't send me a fucking picture. Just say, hey, Matt, I found a box full of stuff. You know anything about it? Oh, no, I haven't been here in the last couple days. Oh, okay. Don't fucking send me a text message 10 in the morning saying, what is this? And then send me a picture of a box of shit. You know? That texting thing is stupid to me. It should only be, hey, did you close last night? Yeah. Why is it a mess? Oh, this happened. Okay, cool. That should be it. It shouldn't be, hey, guys, take pictures of the entire front end. Hey, guys, I did this. Like, we don't need to. Walmart doesn't do all that shit. Ross doesn't do any of that shit. And Ross is the number one retailer. And I can see why. Because they don't do shit like this. So stupid. Like, you say, oh, don't worry about work at home. But yeah, you send me fucking pictures related to work shit. Like, it's dumb. It's fucking dumb. But here was the biggest bullshit of that meeting with the front end manager was that he said all of the CSSs have come up to him stating that when I close, I leave the front end a mess. And it's like, you know, hey, it's not just like one, it's not two, it's everyone. And I'm like, huh, that's kind of interesting. Because I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, huh, like, I take pictures of how the front end looks when I close. And I keep all my pictures on a thumb drive. Like, any work-related pictures, videos, meetings I have with the managers, I record, take pictures and all that shit, and I keep it on the thumb drive just in case. And I told him that, too. I was like, you know, I'm like, I got pictures if you want. I'll bring it here one day, and you can take a look at them. No, it's not necessary. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, I just found it interesting because the fact that, you know, besides the full-time CSS that I can't fucking stand, the other part-time CSSs, if I ever leave the front a mess, because, like, you know, I tell everyone there, especially new people. I'm that type of guy, if you come up to me, you can come up to me and be like, hey, Matt, what's going on? Oh, you know, hey, sorry, you know, this, and this, or, yeah, I managed to get this done. You know, you can come up to me if you have an issue with me. You're more than fucking welcome. You can be like, hey, Matt, I don't like how you talk to me. You sound like an asshole. Oh, you know, hey, sorry, my bad. That's just how I talk. Sorry. You know, I didn't mean anything by it. My bad. You know. So the other part-time CSS, they've came up to me saying like, oh, Matt, what happened last night? Or, hey, Matt, did this person get their break? Or, hey, Matt, you know, it was a mess when I got here. What happened? You know. So I find it kind of interesting. This is how I know I caught his ass in a lie. I found it kind of interesting that now all of a sudden that they just go to the front end manager instead of telling me like, hey, Matt, what happened? Because like, I even thought, I was like, hey, did they take pictures? No, they just told me. Oh, okay. I got pictures on my thumb drive. You want me to ever come by and bring it? And just kind of brushed it off. I'm like, oh, no, you don't want to see me? Okay. So the fact that I caught them in a lie, that's when I was thinking to myself, yeah, I'm fucking leaving. I'm done. So yeah, I do plan on leaving. And then like the next time I go into work, which I think is like 1 or 2 days later, I go into another fucking meeting with another assistant store manager, the front end manager, and the store manager. They fucking put me on a 90-day probation, guys. That pissed me off so much. Because I was like, I was just in a meeting with your front end manager. He could have put me on the 90 days when I fucking had the meeting with them. Why do we have to wait till you fucking showed up? And it's like, it's fucking stupid. Just bringing up like, oh, Matt doesn't do this. Matt doesn't check the go backs. Matt doesn't put away the layaways. And there's like so many times, because there are times where I want to say something, but like my wife has even told me this, is that when I'm explaining stuff to someone, I come off like an asshole sometimes, just because of how I talk. So if I'm explaining something, you're just going to look at me like, man, this guy's being a fucking dick. And it's like, I don't mean to sound like a dick, like I'm sorry, but like, especially when it comes to something that's not fucking true, that pisses me off. And they just, and the store manager kept bringing up, they brought up the situation I told you guys earlier about, you know, saying me spreading rumors and gossiping and all that. And they're like, you know, if you tell people, they're going to come back to me. And I'm like, no, it's just the one person, because there's been shit that you found, that there's been shit that I've only said one thing to somebody, and then the full-time CSS twists my words, then tells them back to you. Like, for example, I'll give you a good example. There was a guy that ran out the store. And the full-time CSS... And keep in mind, that person was off the clock when they texted the store manager this. That's why I think that's another thing that's bullshit. Like, hey, you're off the clock. Mind your fucking business. Like, oh my god, my cat's hyper. And so the person was like, oh, did that guy just run out? I was like, oh yeah, I saw him when he came in. I knew he was going to run out. Runs back, texts the fucking store manager saying, hey, Matt's not doing his job. He's looking out for shoplifters. Like, I didn't fucking say I was looking out for shoplifters. I said I saw that guy come in. He looked suspicious, and I saw him fucking walk out. That doesn't mean, hey, I was just standing at the front end saying, oh yeah, fuck the customers. I'm going to watch this guy. No, that's LP's job, shithead. Like, what a bitch. So, it's just shit like that. Like you say, oh yeah, I know. Like, you know, when you tell people they come to me, like, no, it's only one fucking person, and they're twisting their words. Like, I wanted to say it so badly, saying, no, it's not multiple people, it's just one person. Because normally at work, I keep to myself. I make a joke here and there, but a lot of times, I'm in fucking queue and talking to customers. Hey, you find everything alright? Oh, that's cute. Oh, when are you expecting? You know, shit like that. I don't have fucking time to gossip with people. I mean, unless they say gossip like, oh man, that person's got, oh man, this manager has attitude today. I wonder what's wrong. Twist my words. Hey, Matt says you're an asshole. Like, fuck you. Twisting my words and shit. But yeah, store manager again brought up the situation where it's like, oh yeah, just like they said that you said this, and it's like, but they twisted my words, and they're like, well, see, that's why you shouldn't say anything. So basically, you're telling like just shit like just the words that certain people say, I can fucking tell. Like and that's like the third time I've told the store manager like, oh yeah, that's a lie. But yet you keep bringing it up. Like, you brought up this is the third time you brought that situation up, and that happened months ago. You bringing it up again, that's making me think, okay, you don't fucking believe me. You're taking that person's side instead of mine. Keep in mind, I've been here longer than them. And it was just like, I wanted to be a dickhead so fucking badly. Like, I just wanted to walk out that fucking room and just say, you know what? You guys are dumbasses. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You don't know how to run a business. I'm out of here. You know, it's just like, you guys aren't worth my fucking time. You guys are wasting it. You know, I could be doing so much more, but instead I'm fucking here. Like fuck off. And it's just like, you know, why do you stay here? Like, you know, like you come here like you don't care. And I'm like, I'm gonna let you guys know something. I found out that my stepdad passed on my way to work one day. This was like last year when he passed, I think. It was like 1 or 2 years. I lost track. Passed. Got told on my way to work. Because my sister texted me saying, hey, he passed today at the hospital. Because I knew he was in the hospital. Came to fucking work. I stayed at work. Normal people, if their father, stepfather, mom passed, oh no, I can't come to work today. Sorry. I fucking stayed at work. That's how loyal I am to you. But you think I act like I don't care. I don't want to be there. What the fuck? Like, you know how badly I wanted to point that out and make the store manager look stupid again? Because I've done it before. And I'm not afraid to do it again. I'll make you look stupid. And it's kind of sad that the fact that I have 3 mental disorders and I'm making you look more stupider than me because I'm pretty stupid. So the fact that I'm making someone who's a store manager that knows how to run a business and shit, I make you look stupider than me. But it's like the fact that like they said like, you know, you act like you don't want to be here. And it's like, I came here finding out my stepdad died, you fuck. But no, I don't want to be here. Like, I'm loyal. I'm the fucking Metal Gear Solid 3, man. Fucking loyalty to the end. Because, fuck, I'm here trying to make you money so I can get money, you know? Instead of fucking cutting out the middleman, making my own fucking money, being my own boss. Because, believe me, I could do that, but, you know, it's fucking hard out here. It's hard. You know? I'm not a fucking millionaire. I live comfortably. But, you know, gotta keep that resume fresh. What have you done in the last 10 years? Twitch and YouTube, sir. Like, how does that look on an application? Even though I wouldn't say that, I would just say, oh, independent contracting. Because technically that's what YouTube is. It's independent contracting. But, you know, like, that pissed me off more. Like, nothing pisses me off more than when you question my loyalty. Because it's like, I mean, when I come to work, yeah, I have to come in with that attitude. Like, yeah, I don't fucking care. Because I deal with so many shitty people trying to return shit. Like, fucking, like, a guy tried to return, I'll give you a good example that happened like 3 weeks ago. A guy tried to return a jacket covered in fucking dog hair. And he's giving me and the cashier cussing at us. And, you know, of course, obviously I told him, to, you know, hey, you gotta leave if you're gonna be cussing at me and my cashier. You know, you have to come in here with that attitude to not care. Because if you care too much, you're gonna get hyped up. And then me and that dude have a fist fight in the parking lot. Because I said no to returning a jacket full of dog hair. You know, you have to just not care. Because you deal with so many fucking people. And it's like, I've worked in a grocery store for 5 years. Been in retail for 3.5. Because my 4th year is going to be like, what, July? So yeah, 3.5 years in retail. 5 years in grocery. So almost 10 years. Or... wait, 3.5? So yeah, 8-9 years in customer service. So, you have to not care. And, you know, I learned that the hard way because, you know, when I worked at Giant, I fucking cared. And I was fucking miserable. I hated it. You know? But it's just, but yeah. At the end of the day, I think it's mostly because of the gossip that was spreading around. Saying that I was talking shit about everybody, which I do, but, you know, I do it at home. I do it on the podcast, so, you know, I'm not on the clock. If I'm talking shit about people on the clock, that's a different story. But if I'm off the clock, I can say what the fuck I want. Fuck you. Kiss my ass. Suck my dick. You know? But the fact that they put me on, like, a 90-day probation and just listed a bunch of shit that aren't true, like, Matt doesn't put away his layaways. I always put away my layaways. Half the time, I only get like 3 or 4 of them. And like I said, again, I wanted to be an asshole and bring up, I was the one that used to audit your layaways. I used to do that. Till you wanted the front-end manager to do it. You know? Like, I used to fucking do it. I used to check every single bag, every single clear bag that had big bulky items in it, and I used to say, oh yeah, this is expired. You know, I used to fucking audit it for you. So the fact that, like, I used to do that shit, but then turn around and say, oh yeah, I don't feel like fucking putting away. There's maybe 3 or 4 occasions where I didn't put away layaways because I had to prioritize everything. Because the front end was a mess. I only had like maybe 1 cashier, and it's like I want to leave. No, if I had to choose between leaving 3 layaways and cleaning the front end, I'm gonna pick the fucking front end. You know, oh, 3 layaways, oh, they'll have to take care of it. You know, I gotta clean the front end. You know, and I'm just like fucking whatever. Like, there's been plenty of other people that I've worked after that didn't put away their fucking layaways, and I got pictures. And like I've even brought it up to the front end manager before, saying like, hey. The full-time CSS is a good reason, because all the other part-time CSS are like, yeah, that person never puts away their fucking layaways. So the fact that it's like, the fact that they said I never do it, that was listed on my paper. Do I still have that paper? Hang on. Let me see. I'm going to share this with you guys. Here it is. Matthew does not consistently line bust. Line bust means going into the line, talking to customers, taking off sensors. This I completely agree with. I don't get in the line as much as I should. A lot of times I'm told. But you guys know, I'm fucked up in the head. A lot of times I'm so focused on something else, I don't pay attention to what's behind me. So yeah, take full responsibility. Matt does consistently maintain cleanliness in the front end, including make tags, queuing, recovery, layaways, and behind the counter. I mean, behind the counter is always a fucking mess. And to be honest, you know how badly I wanted to say, hey, if you guys don't want stuff on the counter so fucking much, get rid of the fucking counters. Eliminate the problem. Like, what if fucking, the Chappelle Show? Modern problems, or how does it go? Modern problems can be solved with modern solutions. Hey, don't want stuff on the counter? Get rid of the fucking counter. Problem solved. But, cleanliness I can kind of agree with, because like I told him I agree with him. I'm like, because especially when I close, because since that was the main thing, I said, the main thing I focus is the back counters, the registers, and queuing. Because, I want to clean up all the stuff the customers can see. Yeah, there might be a few registers that will have hangers on it, but the customers can't see that. The fucking store managers told me that before, saying like, hey, if it comes down to it, leave the hangers. Take care of all the stuff the customers can see. But of course now, I love the fact that they only want to remember shit that happened months ago when it's in their favor, not mine. But whatever. So, I can understand, like I said, I told them, sometimes I prioritize the wrong things. I take care of the stuff the customer sees first. Instead of thinking that, just think about cleaning the entire front end. Now, make tags. That I find to be stupid because, number one, as a store manager has stated, the morning CSS should handle the make tickets. Because we open at 9. We don't get busy till like 11 or 12. So it gives them about, 2-3 hours to do the make tickets. And whatever they can't get done, can't get done. Like, I kept being told when I closed, oh, Matthew, just focus on recovery. Focus on cleaning. We don't, unless you have time. If you clean up the front end and you have time, then focus on the make tickets. Oh, okay. But I don't consistently do the make tickets. Even though I mostly close, but, fuck you. Queuing recovery, which is like, stuff that goes in the bins. And I told him, I completely agree with that. I don't check the bins because sometimes there's a men's fragrance that's in the accessories bin. The accessory bins is only for women. So obviously men's cologne doesn't go with women's cologne. They go with the men's cologne. So I completely agree with that. The only thing I didn't agree with because of the fact that like they brought up we keep a little rack on the front end where we hang up like, clothes that people didn't really want to buy or return. So we got to make sure that they're censored, the right size nub. Hey, shut up. Laptop, I'm doing a podcast. Hold on, I'm being stupid. Alright. But when it comes to the hanger rack, I make sure that shit's 100%. I even take the liberty of organizing, because they have like little separator things, so it'll be like sportswear, men's, kids, baby, shit like that. I organize, because, I'm super OCD sometimes, I'll organize shit by like shirt, top, tank top, pants, underwear, bra. I organize shit like that. I mean, I don't organize it by size, but I'll organize it by pants because I know people, whoever works in the fitting room, they can separate that shit real easy. They'll be like, oh, these are all women's pants. Get a big, take it all in one trip versus having to go through saying, okay, pants, here's one pants, here's like I organize that shit, and people in the fitting room can fucking back me up on this. So that I'd say that's half true. The go backs and stuff, I completely agree with. But the hanging rack, I make sure that's just 100%. So, I would say consistency, not true. Matt does not do the daily fast observations. Fast is pretty much the process of how the cashier is supposed to scan up every item, then bag as the customer's paying, which is something stupid. I don't completely agree with it. I'm all about scan bag, scan bag, scan bag. Because if you scan, because I've even pointed this out to some other managers and they've agreed with me, is that we have some con artists, some scammers. You scan everything before you bag it, they'll be like, oh, you scanned this twice. So then any stupid cashier will be like, oh, okay, my bad. And then, hey, they're getting that shit for free now. Or, another one is, hey, you scanned this twice, but, obviously they didn't. Like I said, another scammer. So the cashier has to stop what they're doing to check all 27 items that they scanned, which holds up the line, time consuming. Have to check, no, I didn't scan it twice. Oh, okay. So, but observations are like these little forms to show like, hey, I watched you. Did you do this? Did you smile? Shit like that. And, I'm not the only fucking one because, all the observations we keep in a little folder. I happen to check that fucking folder. No one's did one in months. So the fact that you're telling me like, oh yeah, Matt doesn't do it, no one else does it either. Fuckface. Oh Matt, you don't do this. No one else does it. So that's why I think that's bullshit, because the fact, oh, I don't do it daily, but no one else fucking does it daily. But I didn't point that out because, like I said, didn't want to be an asshole. Matt does not consistently ensure go backs are floor ready. Again, like I said, bullshit, because I already explained that earlier. Matt does not consistently follow the core values that drives results. That's the last one, which I think is bullshit, because they didn't fully explain the core values, which is my job is supposed to be customer service. Because actually, where's my phone? I'll tell you what my initial job is. Because, just in case if I ever wanted to be an asshole, I screenshotted my position over their work website. Customer Service Supervisor. The first rung on the management ladder is the Customer Service Supervisor. Job duties include monitoring employee compliance with store policies, ensuring outstanding customer service, and maintaining the appearance of the cash register area. Customer Service Supervisors will also be responsible for validating returns, exchanges, and voids. That's basically my job. And I make sure the cashiers, I make sure that they do that. So, and it's like, their core values are never displayed anywhere either. That's kind of another thing. So I think when they say core values, I think they mean the gossip I supposedly spread. Which, again, like I said, is a complete fucking lie. I don't fucking gossip about people. Or their way that they think I gossip is, like when the store manager thinks, oh, you're talking about me because you said my name. No, if I catch a cashier doing they're not supposed to be doing, I'll be like, oh, hey, the store manager doesn't like when you do that. Don't do that. Do that. You're supposed to be doing it like this. Run back. Hey, Matt's talking about you. You said you don't like this. Like I said, again, my words are twisted. So, and this isn't going to be another good fucking thing, because this is going to make the 90 days completely invalid. Because, I haven't said nothing yet. And they haven't said nothing to me either. But supposedly I was supposed to, put my signature on a form on the computer. That, when you're on 90-day probation, you're supposed to sign off on a form or something like that on the computer. And, the front manager was going to, say like, oh, hey, here's the form. It's in your work inbox, quote unquote, because everyone has one but never uses it. And it wasn't there. So they were just like, Matt, just come by later. And, I couldn't come by later because, I was going to leave in, 15 minutes and we were busy. So, I didn't really have time to go back later. And I came back the next day and never said a word to me, so if they try to fire me, best believe I'm going to be like, well, I never signed a form, so technically you can't. Because you guys fucked up. So, I'm not going to say nothing either, because I'm like, it's your responsibility. I'm not going to I'm not going to... Miss McCormick said we did have homework. I'm not going to be that fucking guy. So if they want to completely fuck up, I'm going to let them fuck up, and then, yeah. But, here's my thing. I'm going to tell you guys. I'm using this to my full advantage because I know the gossip and the he said, she said shit was the main reason why I got involved into this 90-day probation thing to begin with. So, since supposedly I don't do what I'm supposed to do, I got some sheets of paper. I write down the date. I mean, I do it, day by day as I go into work. But, when I get my schedule, I write all these dates on the paper. Since all my problems are, doing the go backs, doing make tickets and stuff like that, I write everything. I log in everything I do. I'm like, I do this. I tally. I put like a little line for how many times I get in the line to line bust. I'm like, okay, did this, did this. I mean, if I have to, I'll fucking log in the times in between. Like, oh, I line bus between 11:13 to 11:17. I'll do some shit like that. But I figured that's not necessary. But if it is necessary, I will fucking do it. So, I log in everything I fucking do. I'm like, this is how many tickets I did. This is how many tickets are left. Or I'll be like, tickets all taken care of. All layaways put away. You know, I log in everything. I write them all down. I put in the date and the time I work. Like, okay, February 16th. I work between fucking 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. I write down the date and time and shift I worked. And then, at the end of my shift, after I clock out, whoever the manager in charge is at the time, I make their ass sign it. Yup. I'll be like, okay. I'll be like, I did this. This is how many times I did it. I did this. And I did this. I hand him a pen. Go ahead and sign that for me. So far, a key holder, which is kind of like a, I don't know how to put it. Key holder is like a substitute teacher of managers. So it's kind of like if no other manager is there, the key holder would be in charge. So the key holder and one of the other assistant store managers, I've already got them on board. I've already had them, you know, on the days I worked with them, I had them sign. I'm like, I did this. I said, you're more than welcome to walk around, see, like, hey, you know, what I did, I actually, you know, what I wrote down is what I did. So feel free to walk around. I'll wait. Then I have them sign it. Because because one of the managers was like, Matt, you're really doing this? I'm like, yeah. I said, and I'm going to continue to do this until either my 90 days are up, or if they truly don't want to sign it. Because this is another thing. If I wanted to, say, like, for example, because, like, I haven't had the store manager sign it yet because I haven't worked with them. And I fucking can't wait till I do. That's going to be fucking amazing. But if, you know, say, for example, the store manager's like, oh, yeah, I'm not signing that. And it's like, I'm not asking you to sign. I'm just like, I just want your signature. To, you know, because say, like, for example, someone comes in, hey, Matt, you didn't do this. One of two things will happen. I'll be like, I'll flip through my paper. I'll be like, oh, yeah, I did. Here's so-and-so's signature stating that I did do it. Or it's like, hey, Matt, you didn't do this. Once again, but look at all this that I did. See what I'm saying? I have proof. And I had a manager sign it. Because, you know, you're not going to fucking, you know, you're not going to say, oh, yeah, manager, they're not going to lie for you. You know, management's not going to fucking lie for me. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, Matt did do that. So, oh my god, I cannot wait till I hate working with my store manager, but god, I cannot fucking wait till I did work with them once, but they left an hour before I did, so I had to have the MOD that was in charge do it. Because, you know, that's how it, like, you know, if you're off the clock, I'm not going to make you sign it because, you know, you're off the clock. When you're off the clock, you don't represent the company at that time, so. And, you know, like, day 3 of when I started doing it, they're like, Matt, you're still doing it? I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking doing it till I'm like, if they no longer want to, you know, sign this paper, lift my probation, you know? But if someone chooses not to sign it, I'm going to be a humongous dickhead. Because I'm going to be like, well, then I'm not leaving until the next MOD comes in, sees what I did, and then have them sign it. Or I could be a huge asshole and be like, well, if you don't sign it, then I'll call up the district manager and make you sign it. Like, because I'm not doing nothing wrong. What I'm doing is perfectly legal. You know, if I tell corporate, they're going to be like, oh, well, you know, he's just protecting himself as an employee. You know, because this is, you know, I guess the way they put it, it's a right to fire state, or at least Nevada is. It's a right to fire, so it's like, you know, I fucking sneeze on someone's shoes, I can get fired for that shit, no questions asked. And we're not union, so that's kind of another thing. So, because, you know, of all of this, I have the absolute fucking right to protect myself. Because, you know, I'm here fucking making you money. You know, if you're gonna fuck me over, then absolutely, I have the right to protect myself. And do this with any job. Don't fucking just do it for each. Fucking do any job. If you're sitting in front of a keyboard all day typing shit, and fucking write down how many fucking words you typed that day. Hey, Johnson, you didn't do any work. Look how many words I typed. Oh, okay. You know, you're not going to you can't deny it. They think I'm fucking stupid. I mean, I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid. So, my 90-day probation ends in May, which is going to be pretty funny, because they also asked me to step down. Like, hey, do you want to be... Because in the first meeting I had with the front-end manager, they brought up like, oh, Matt, you're an amazing cashier. You know about the fast process, stuff like that. And it's just like, I don't want to be a cashier anymore. I took the newest position because, number one, supervisor looks goddamn good on your resume, instead of just cashier, I mean, I know every place needs a cashier, but supervisor? That, employers see that and they're like, oh, fuck, this person knows what the fuck they're doing. They were on that corporate ladder, in a way. I'm at the bottom, but I'm on the ladder. So I took that, and, the store manager at the time, he was like, hey, he straight up said, hey, Matt, you want to make some more money? I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, man, you want to be a supervisor? I'll personally train you. All right, And, I even talked with some other people who was with the company, for like 10, 15, 20 years and shit. And, I told them, like, hey, it's okay for me to do this. They're like, oh, yeah, you're allowed to fucking do that. You're covering your ass. Absolutely. So, that's why I know I'm doing, what's right. Like I said, I'll fucking stop. Just lift my probation. Simple as that. Because I'm pretty sure I can end it at any point in time. Because, I fucking... During my lunches and breaks and shit, I fucking looked up, work laws and shit like that in the state of Nevada and, shit like that. Because it's funny because, like, this is around the time, like, 1 or 2 years ago, I got put on 90 days. And it was, like, I forgot what it was. It was about some bullshit. But this is when I was also new to the position also. But, this is just because of the fact that I didn't like how the store manager was treating me. Just being a complete asshole to me. And, I told the front end manager, I was like, hey man, I'm stepping down. He's like, why? He's like, I don't like how the front end manager, I don't like how the store manager's fucking treating me. I'm like, if I'm going to be treated like this, then you guys don't deserve me. I'm going to step down from my position. I stepped down for like a good 4 months. I was just a cashier. And over, I kept, Matt, please come back. We need you. You know how to keep the layaways organized. Basically sucking my dick. Keep in mind, the full-time CSS, too, was also one of those people that was asking me to come back. Even the front-end manager was like, hey, Matt, you thought about coming back yet? So that's why I think it's funny that the two main people were like, oh, Matt, please come back as a supervisor. Matt, please come back. Oh, Matt, we miss you. You're so well organized. Fucking just blowing me, jiggling my balls as they blow me, are the same two people I had to sit in that first meeting with. And you know how badly I wanted to say, weren't you guys the main ones saying, hey, Matt, come back? Now you guys are like, hey, fuck you. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. And here's another thing, is that a lot of this stuff that I had these two meetings with were based on my performance for January and December. I have a picture, too, just, for proof, if it comes up again. I was bragged about. Now, a brag is pretty much like you're a manager in charge or whatever. They take a picture of you and they submit it through corporate saying, hey, I want to brag about this employee. They do this, this, and this. And then corporate emails you a thing with your picture and says, oh, this person is from store number whatever, and they were bragged about because of this. Here's my brag, and it was for the month of December. It came out in mid-January. This was for the month of December. Matt does a great job. When line starts forming, he talks, engages, and greets with our customers as he's removing hangers and sensors. Thanks, Matt. Let's go back to the paper that I got this month, like February 6th. Matt does not consistently line bust. Matt does not ensure go-backs are floor ready. Does not follow the core value that drive results. But this associate brag says I am driving the core values. In December. And to be honest, I didn't even think about that until like after the meeting. When it was like after I clocked out and I was getting ready to walk, and I happened to walk past it because they have all of our pictures on the wall about like, hey, here's these brags for whatever, and I saw my fucking face and I was like, fuck, I should have taken a picture and brought that up, saying, hey, I don't do what I'm supposed to do, but yet here I am on your fucking wall of fame being bragged about doing what I'm supposed to do, but I don't do what I'm supposed to do, right? Like, stupid. It's fucking stupid. And like, it's only because of it's like that, and we get, like I said before, with Shoe Guy, and a little update on Shoe Guy, he has a fucking criminal organization now. He has fucking people that comes in for him to fucking steal shit. We've had so many thefts. This is the first, like, late 2000, I'd say mid 2018 to now, we've had so many fucking thefts. It's ridiculous. Like, this place is like, my job is basically a tax write-off at this point. No one gets any hours. Like, even the full-time people are starting to be affected by these cuts. We're not making any money, supposedly. Now I'm saying supposedly. Now I'm saying... But, like, what do I know? I'm not upper management. I don't know what I'm talking about. But, with us not making any money, because, like, I'll admit, there are sometimes, like, I come in at 9 a.m., it's going on, like, 3, and we only made, like, 16 grand. And, you think of business like that, like, fuck, man, that's fucking corner store. Like, that's a 7-Eleven. Like, 7-Eleven makes more money between 9 and 3. Like, so, like, I'll admit, like, yeah, we're not making money, and it's also because of the fact that we're getting so many fucking thefts that are insured, quote unquote. I think that's a fucking lie too. Like, oh yeah, any theft, like all the stuff that's insured and stuff, like, we'll get our money back and shit. I think that's a fucking lie. Because if that was the case, we should get back so much fucking money for all the thefts that we had. So I think that's bullshit, personally. But it's fucking stupid. Like, that place is just... Like, if I wasn't on 90-day probation, I would just fucking transfer until I found another job. Like, I'd go to fucking Henderson, because I know an assistant store manager that works at the Henderson location. I know that they'll put in a good word in for me. Because, when, you get fucking promoted, the store manager has to go to each of the assistant store managers saying, like, hey, do you think he's good? Do you think he's good for this? And, the person that works in... at the Henderson location in the Las Vegas, I know they'll put out a good word on for me. Especially because of the fact that the store manager that works in another location, the one that promoted and trained me, I definitely know they'll put in a good word on for me. But it's going to be... But one of the main reasons why I didn't step down, and to be honest, I should have pointed this out too, that if I were to step down from my position this time, I mean, of course, it would make the 90 days invalid, because that's what I did last time. It's because, like I said, I looked at the laws and shit like that, and it's Matt the CSS is on probation for 90 days, but Matt the cashier isn't. So I found a fucking loophole in that shit, and I stepped down from my position. Which I think pissed the store manager off, because they probably didn't realize, like, oh fuck, there's a fucking loophole in that shit. So when I became a cashier, it made my 90 days invalid till I got my, till they fucking begged me to come back. And it's funny, because I told the front manager too, I said, like, hey, if you guys really want me back, number one, I want a raise. And number two, if I come back as your CSS, I don't want to deal with any bullshit. Come to find out, a year later, I'm dealing with bullshit. But it's just like, whatever. So my 90 days ends in like May, which is going to be funny because I have to put in I'm putting time off for my birthday, which is like less than 3 weeks away. And I'm also going to be putting in time off because I'm going back to DC. It's another thing I want to talk about. Hey, I'm going back to DC for a week. So that'd be fun. I'm gonna meet some boyos. Gonna be meeting my good friend, my boy Gavin. You guys don't know who Gavin is. He's the guy in the Code Rev Extra videos I'm mostly in with. And in my streams too. Awesome guy. Finally get to meet him. I've known this guy on Xbox Live for like 8-9 years. And I'm finally getting to meet him for the first time in May. So that's gonna be amazing. We basically grew up together. so that's gonna be kind of, it's just like that meme where it's like, oh my what was it, like a daughter posted a photo of like her father and like a guy he played Xbox Live with for fucking 7 years, and they finally get to meet, and she was like #so emotional. I'm like, oh, I'm that fucking guy. So that's gonna be pretty cool. And oh. But yeah, it's just with a lot of the stuff going on, like I'm fucking gone, dude. Like once I know something, like I'm like I didn't even talk to my wife about this. Like she's just like, Matt, like just fucking leave customer service, because I think that's another reason that adds to my stress, and probably one of the other reasons why I'm fat. I'm just like, I think deep down I'm just sick of customer service. Like, man, all these fucking casinos and hotels and shit. Like, dude, I'll be a fucking bellhop, man. Like, you know, like I'll try security, armed or unarmed. I got great customer service. You know, you guys know me. I've been on YouTube for like almost 9 years. You guys know my personality. I'll be fucking great. I know how to put on. You know, I'll be a fucking bell. Where would you like these bags at, man? Room 209? Absolutely. Enjoy your stay in Las Vegas. You know, I'll fucking put on a show for them. You know, I don't mind taking fucking people's bags up to the their room. I'll help them out. And you know, fucking hotels are union too. Hotels pay you good money too, super good money. Their health insurance is good. You know, I mean, there's a couple of sleazy hotel chains, but you know, fucking union goes on strike, and they're like, oh fuck, man, we don't want all these people to go on strike, because you know, their fucking union for hotels here is fucking mind blowing. I thought like unions in Maryland were, you know, kind of shitty because it's a small group of people. They'll be, oh yeah, pay us more. We're not. Oh, all right, well we try. But man, fucking Las Vegas, the state of Nevada, guys, fucking the unions here are no fucking joke. They will be like, hey motherfucker, you're not doing a damn thing until you guys give us a fucking living wage. We're not doing shit, and we're talking fucking thousands of people across like 5-6 different hotel chains. Fucking, we're not doing this shit. Fuck you. And you know, that's a lot of fucking people you gotta replace, man. And they're probably like, fuck, man, we're not doing all that. Fucking just give them the living wage so they can come back to work, man. We're suffering. Like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. I need to work for them. Like, their union will tell a fucking corporate to go fuck themselves and still get their jobs back. Yeah, man, I just think, personally, like, just from, like, how Giant screwed me over after being with them for 5 years, and me working at this retail place for fucking... By the way, I will reveal where I work at and shit like that, but, you know, since I'm quote-unquote under contract with them, I'm not going to say any names. I don't want to talk, because who knows, my boss might fucking find this shit and be like, Matt, you talking shit? And I'll be like, well, number one, I'm off the clock. Number two, I didn't say you. You know, I'm a part-time CSS. I could be talking about my other job for all you know. But it's just fucking... It's just dumb. I'm not going to say it's corrupted, but it's kind of corrupted. Like, so much fucking favoritism is being shown, and like, oh... Like you're not driving the core values. You're fucking showing favoritism to a fucking lying sack of shit. You know, but it's fucking whatever. I'm just fucking done, man. But to be honest, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, if I get, you know, if my 90-day probation's over and they want to keep me, you know, I'm still gonna fucking leave. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, hey, you know, I'm gonna fucking leave. Regardless, you know, if I get fired, fuck them. I'll collect unemployment, you know. For me, it's just kind of like a win-win. It's just like no matter how I don't care about how I leave. I just want to fucking leave. But I'm gonna at least be an asshole and hold out till this probation period is over, just so I can be a dickhead. Because I'm like, hey man, if you're gonna put me through all this heart and stress and shit like that, I'm gonna fucking make you work. I'm gonna make you work for this firing, motherfucker. That's what I said. Like, hey, I'm gonna fucking have you. You got me doing all this extra shit, motherfucker. You better sign on the dotted line. And like I said, if they don't fucking sign it, I'm gonna write down who your full name, and I'm gonna be like, so and so, your position, and like refuse to sign my paper. And then when I fucking get home, I'm gonna call corporate saying like, hey, I'm going with the situation with my store. I need probation. They refuse to sign. I'll call up HR in a fucking heartbeat. To this day. But we'll just see what happens. But that's pretty much mostly of dramatic related shit that's happened since the last podcast. Like I said, besides like that, it's been mostly people stealing shit and getting away with it. But really, nothing else has been happening and stuff like that. But hey, if you guys fucking enjoyed this podcast, let me know in the comments. I fucking love doing these, Smash that like button. And hey, if you guys are new to the fucking channel, hey, smack that little, subscribe a little bit. Ring a ding ding the bell. That's so much to fucking do now. Like, hey, guys, like this video, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, turn on all notifications. Like, no one wants to fucking do all that. But seriously, if you guys like this, by all means, hit subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And of course, if you guys don't like YouTube that much, hey, I stream on Twitch. YouTube, I was about to say YouTube.com. Twitch.com/MattTheFunnyMan. I stream on there at least 2 days a week. I don't have an exact schedule because work is... I don't have a set schedule at work. But I at least always try to... I always at least try to stream at least 2-3 days a week. But on that note, hey, smack one of these playlists buttons. Hey, if this is your first episode, why are you on this episode? Go back to the first one where it all started, and then marathon it. By all means, marathon it. But anyways, this has been another episode of It's a Matter of Fact, and I will see you guys in the next video.